Hello, everyone. It's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. Um, and it's beautiful. It's a Wednesday today. Yes, I lost count. And so it's about 8:30 um, in the UK PM. And I hope you're ready for a spot of stitching. I certainly am. This is my time to be with you most days and to stitch together and just enjoy each other. So today, some of you might be wondering, it's on Wednesdays, Kim Jacobs Day. And if you're asking that question, yes, it's a right question, but I also know you haven't been here for the last couple of streams, okay? So I explained a little bit our new timetable here. So we're going to release the Monday and Wednesday as Chiro Marchetti Day on Monday, and Wednesday is Kim Jacobs. Sunday. We're going to free these 2 days up. So of course we're going to continue stitching these beautiful artists' artwork. But we're not going to restrict into those two particular days. So instead, we're going to move the Sunday festive stitching to Wednesday instead, starting from next week. But the Amy Stewart Day on Saturday is firmly there. Nothing's changed. So we have two sound days currently. So it's going to be from next week, Wednesday, for Festive Stitching Day. And that will be a week away. And then Saturday, we do Amy Stewart. And rest of the days, we can stitch whatever we want. Because I notice there's quite a wide diversity of the projects everybody's stitching on. And just give everybody some freedom. And of course, so you don't have to sneak in through the back door and kind of have to confess and go, well, I haven't got a Kim Jacob piece or Chiro Marchetti piece, all that. And so you're free from that for now, okay? We might have new themes going forward. So we're going to allow our theme days kind of just happen organically. No plan. If we feel like we're going to have some sort of, song together, we do it and just enjoy. There's no playbook. I think this channel is the only one out there that's doing what we're doing. So we invent it. We make it up as we go along, okay? So come along the ride. And I'm so happy that you're here. So today I'm stitching this piece. I'm coming back to this beautiful 14 count project. I have 4 of them. They're joy of my life. And I got this piece. This may be the first full coverage pattern I've got actually. And I got this kit. It came as a whole kit. It's got fabric, it's floss. And I got it from Amazon. And there are 4 other projects. You have seen me working on the project on the channel with you. They come from the same company and they're kitted the same way. They use the same type of threads, and the patterns are very well charted, and they also have back stitches. Okay, so let me show you what this markup look like. So look at that. So this piece, I think the kit that the company that charted this piece called it the wedding shop. So the wedding store, the wedding dress store. And that's what I used to know it as. And then I did some research. I wanted to know who the artist actually was. And it turned out to be John O'Brien. I think John O'Brien is one of our favorite artists at the moment as far as stitching goes, okay? And he's got many beautiful pieces, and majority of them are illustrations around European streets, and particularly Paris. And if you look at the back, right in the middle toward the right there, you can see a silhouette of a tower. And I think it's Eiffel Tower. I think it's unmistakable. And the 3 pieces, I've got 4 kits like this, and 3 of them are actually from John O'Brien. I'm thrilled. I had my suspicion that maybe there are coming from the same artist. I just didn't know who it was. So now I know it's John O'Brien, and also all 3 pieces. This has taken me, well, let me see. This kit I got this kit probably back in 2018 from Amazon, and it's taken me 6 years to realize all 3 pieces from John O'Brien, all of them have Eiffel Tower in the background. I don't know why I don't pay attention. If you know me by now, you know I pay no attention to details. And here's the proof. It's taken me this long, and actually I stitched the Eiffel Tower. But I didn't realize all 3 pieces all have Eiffel Tower in the background. So all of them are Paris street views. Whether it's fictional or is it factual, I have no idea, but it's beautiful. It's overlooking Paris, the central of the city, from slightly higher above, and it's gorgeous. So this piece, now it's on my saga firmly. I'm very happy. And so previously I was working on this pattern on markup marked by IXP, so I was slightly restricted in the way I was working on this piece. So you can tell that this is actually page by page, and it's right from the center. If I show you the markup here, I picked the center start because that's the only method I knew to start a piece. So I started from the center, and slowly working toward the right there, 1 page at a time. But now, technically, I'm free to do whatever I want, but just out of order, just maintain the order here. I'm working on the 3rd page, also respecting the boundary of the pages. And once I finish this, the 3rd page, maybe I'll embark on slightly different stitching method in terms of location there. Maybe go just cross country, from toward the top and the bottom as well. And I'll decide when the time comes. So today, pretty much I'm going to focus on the 3rd page area. Okay, so this is my plan. And let me show you my stats right here. You might be wondering, it's hard to tell how far you've gone with this piece. So I'm going to show you some stats here and maybe remove the last sprint there very carefully. So not giving you any clue of how I did last time. So if you look at the upper left where it says progress, it's telling me the percentage of the progress I've got with this project. So it's just under 10%. I'm moving toward 2 digits. And whether I'm able to achieve that today, I have no idea. And probably you have no idea either. Most of you probably go, nah, if you know me. But I'm hopeful. I'm always hopeful. And in terms of number of colors with this project, and this is quite typical for these kits, all 4 kits from the same company, they're around, so it's 55 solid colors and 2 blend colors. So we're talking about 57. So, not too overwhelming, but enough colors to make the design pop out. And this is really beautifully charted. I don't know who did it. I know the company that did it, but clearly by a very creative chart maker here. So this is where I am, okay? And of course, I forgot. I'm going to create a new sprint, okay? Create a new sprint. So it's going to track every step of the way of how many stitches I'm going to be stitching today. Let's have a look. It's a little bit delayed there. Let me tap one more time. And so this will help us. Obviously, we'll need it in order for us to play Guess My Stitches at the end and come play with me. If you don't know what it is, or will be revealed. It's a fun game, the little game we play together every day. So here we go. Let me switch back, and I want to say hello to everybody. Guys, yesterday, if you were here, my chat panel was going rogue, and today it's fixed. Everything is back in order, so I'm very, very happy. And I feel like me, again, everything's well. So who have I got here with me in the chat today? So first to report to the chat is Belinda. Says, good morning, or I'll be listening while driving to work this morning. Oh, be careful driving, be careful driving. I'll talk really softly while I'm wishing I was home stitching. I know, Belinda. and we'll keep you company. We have the whole, sort of portion of our viewers. I'll put them in the listening club, because most of the times when we're streaming, they're on the way somewhere, or they're at work, and or they have to do something else. So, but they make sure they listen to us. So Belinda, I'm glad you're listening, and we're here to keep you company and to work, and have a great day. And we also have Brit here. Brit says, good evening, everybody. I'll be here for about an hour and I have to go to sleep. I know, depends on where you are in Europe. Some countries, they're 1 hour ahead of me. I'm close to 9 o'clock, 15 to 9 p.m. right here. So I can totally understand and have a lovely rest. And if you need to get up in the morning, we have replay. Okay, thankfully, everything's archived, so you're not going to miss anything. So make sure you join the replay crew. And also we have here is Nido and the Dutch. Yes, the first 3 to join the chat here. Says, hello, everyone. I'm not going to stay long as my alarm will be beeping. Oh, dear. So early in the morning. Yes, we'll accompany you to sleep if you're still awake, and definitely watch the replay and join the fun. And we also have Sandra, says, good evening, everybody. And Chloe and Leslie is also joining us. And Maltese, Stitcher as well from Malta. Good to see you. And live with Natty as well, says, beautiful people. And Betty Lou Taylor is also here. And Nikki, my love. It's always like seeing a ray of sunshine when I see Nikki in the chat. So really good to see you. And Susan as well. Susan, my love. So good to see you. And Wendy as well, waving to everyone. And Claudia is also here. And Kathy is screaming, Yogi, 3 or 4 exclamation marks, 3 of them. Cassie. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Back to you. And Claudia is also here in the chat. Welcome. And Suzanne, so good to see you. And Simone is also joining us. Wonderful. And Jamie Womack waving. And Rochelle is also back here with us. So nice to see you. And Siobhan is also here. Welcome. And Rachel Morton says, hi, everyone. Good afternoon, stitching on Halloween. Already reporting her project today. Wonderful. Stitching on Halloween cocktails. Yes, Morton. Yes, of course. Halloween cocktails, drinking berry water with lime juice. Rachel is so clever. She charted, and this piece herself, not just charted, she composed the images together based on the Halloween theme, and she charted it by herself, and she's stitching it. So if you want to see her progress, join our Facebook group, and she posts her webs on a regular basis. Okay, so Heather House is also joining us. Happy Wednesday, she says. A raining day here, perfect for stitching. You know what? I don't know whether you can hear outside my window. It's dripping with rain, British rain. It's just drip, drip, drip. You can't tell, it's not like, really strong, but it's there. I can hear it. And Busy Mom is joining us. Good to see you. And Love Drunk for Diamonds is also here. Says, hello, good evening, Yogi in the chat. Wonderful. So thank you for joining me today. So good to see you. So this piece, as I say, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so I'm working on the shop front here, and if you're not sure where it is right now, let me just show you the mock-up with the stitches here. Can you see it? This is where I am. So the wedding shop is on the left here. I partially completed it. One mannequin here, and then I'm moving to the right with page 3 here. So today my focus, can you see the canopy there? That's where I am. So as I work downwards, I'm going to reach the shop front itself with some beautiful, beautiful dark blue there, and the little car there. I don't know. It looks like a tricycle of some sort, and it's so whimsical. So I'm really looking forward to it, and for that beautiful blue. Oh, yes. So this is where I am, and let me switch back. You can tell that this is precisely my location here. So in terms of method, I'm going to just move forward using the methods I was working on this piece for this page, I'm going mini cross country. I'm not going to go too wild because I'm sort of following the boundary of this page right here. So unless necessary, I try not to go over. It's not a big deal. I've already a few stitches like that going rogue, but generally I just like to complete this page here, so everything all matched up with lined up with 3 pages, and maybe I do a little bit of back stitching. Okay, so there's something to look forward to. Yes, this piece comes with back stitching as well, and I love a little bit of back stitching. You're just adding so much details here. So with this, I'm going to go for mini cross country as I did in the previous session here, and moving forward steadily. Okay, so join me and let me know what you're working on today, and and what your power drinks and power snacks are. And members, we have the power snacks and power drink emoji right there, so bring it on and let me know what you're snacking on if you're snacking. And I've got some coffee, quite hot. I'm really into actually warm coffee recently, probably the season, and previously I'm happily drinking cold coffee, but I just fancy warm drinks nowadays. And as the UK is getting a little bit cooler every day, not quite a full-on winter year, we're still in October, but it's getting more and more chilly every day. And also I have some peppermint tea as well, so come join me. Let me pick my first color here, and while you're updating me on what you're working on, what a freedom today. You don't have to apologize that I haven't got a Kim Jacobs project today. But I'm so happy that I introduced Kim Jacobs to so many of you. She's such a wonderful artist. And it's like a hidden gem. I think Heaven and Earth in particularly, their catalog is so huge. So many beautiful artwork can be just kind of lost in there somewhere, unless like big names like Amy Stewart, Joe Marchetti, a lot of you already know. But Kim is kind of a hidden gem. So I'm very happy that so many of you are starting to pay attention to her and stitch her pieces. So nice and close there. I'm going to pick something that's nice and strong. Yesterday we started with 310. Guess what? I am going to go for 310 as well. There just so happen to have quite a few 310 down here. And because of the 310 stitching, I actually did quite well yesterday. I went over 500. Would you believe it? Mind you, yesterday's session was slightly longer. We went over 4 hours. But 500 stitches is no small feat for me. So let me just take 2 strands here, because there are quite a few stitches here. I want to just keep going. So normally I fold it in half, but instead I'm taking 2 pieces. And the floss that came with these kids, all 4 of them, I believe they're Egyptian cotton. I don't believe it's a brand name. Is it a brand name or just a type of thread? But it's very nice to stitch. The coverage is pretty good for 14, and also very robust. And they don't fray or anything. There's no fluffiness. CXC can be a little bit more fluffy, but this is very, very structured and a little bit like DMC. So very nice, perfect for 14 counts for a piece like this. And let's have a look. And I'm so glad the chat panel is working. Yesterday I felt like I was restricted in a straitjacket. Yes, let's have a look and keep myself updated with your project. And Suzanne says, I'm not stitching tonight. I'm at the patient hotel at the hospital tonight. So I've been knitting. Patient hotel. Oh, I hope everything's okay, Suzanne. Is Alex okay? Oh, goodness. I hope everything's okay. If it sounds like it's sort of a stayover place for people tending to their loved ones in the hospital. Sending my love to you and from the chat as well. Hope everything's all good where you are. Rochelle is working on my Swiss landscape today and drinking water with lemon. No snacks yet. That's the key word. No snacks yet. Cassie says, sorry, I just enjoy stitching along with you and everyone else here. Why are you sorry, Cassie? And join us, okay? And let me know what you're working on. And Vadu is also here joining us. And Susan is working on a piece called Halloween piece. Oh, working on a Halloween piece. Susan, you have many Halloween pieces, don't you? You've got the one with the wedge. And you've got this one as well. This sweeping cobweb, or maybe this is the one. Drinking hot chocolate. Oh, stop reminding me. I have ingredients. I just haven't got my act together to make one, okay? It's easier to make a copy, the cup of coffee before the stream. And I will do so. I will do so, Susan. I promise. I will get my act together. And Roxy as well. Roxy's Wild is joining us, working on Glowstone City, the purple Halloween portal. Oh, okay. The purple one, everybody's favorite, a 6 portal, guys. So we've got quite a few portal stitchers, and Roxy Wild is one of them. She must have got, did you get all 6 portals, or did you choose this one because it's your favorite? Let me find my location here too. Make sure I don't start with a visit from the frog, okay? This is really important. Let me just make sure that I'm on the right spot here. Where am I? Oh, I'm here. And there's one stitch here. Okay, got it. I've got it. It's all good, all good. So Roxy Wow is picking the 6th portal on the right there. And if I had to choose, if someone held me at gunpoint and says, you have to stitch 6 portals and you can choose only one, I'll choose the purple one. Yes, I think that's everybody's favorite as far as I can see. So starting with 310 here. 310 here. Here we go. Nice and steady. So yesterday the 310 was on 28 counts, but today is nice and big. Today is nice and big. So my strands are pretty long here, so I need to pull a little bit further for stitches here. It's so nice to stitch 14 counts. My mind is just so calm. The stitches are nice and big, and these 14 count projects are just so beautifully charted. I'm really enjoying it already. I can hear the rain from outside the window there. This is my mom's favorite thing, because a lot of people don't like rainy days, and I'll maybe put myself in the category, okay, even though it's just water. But my mom always says, if it's raining outside and then the whole family is inside, nice and safe and warm, and we're just spending time together and feeling really safe and cozy. So my mom's favorite day was just like today. So Mommy, I hope you're enjoying stitching with me. I'm sure she's here with me all the time. I'm pretty sure. She's my favorite person till the day I die. Here we go. And I love Drunk for Diamonds is stitching on Dance of Life by it's Genovia Art on 18 count fabric. Nice and chunky stitches. And let's have a look. I probably skipped the order there. And Claudia says, today I'm working on Bring the Joy and my usual iced tea. Oh, it send chills down my spine just the way you say iced tea. It's just starting to cool off here, but I still prefer my caffeine cold. Very nice. Very nice. And do you put a wedge of lemon? Or is it a milk tea? Oh, I don't drink tea, like a dark tea. not normally, because I don't normally put milk in my drinks unless it's something like chocolate. So I like my herbal tea. No milk for herbal tea. And Nikki is stitching 6 portals. Oh, she's addicted to the 6 portal stitching there. Portal stitching. Coffee with pumpkin spice creamer. Very nice. I love to see her progress. She's got a beautiful start already. So I might not want to stitch that piece myself, but you know, I'm very interested in seeing where everybody is going with that piece. And where do you start? You know, are you stitching, are you a single portal person, or did you get the full chart? And where do you start from the chart? It's always interesting to know. Suzanne is knitting a sock. We're talking about sock knitting the other day. The different methods. It is such a thing as a second sock syndrome, meaning that, you know, once you finish one sock, you kind of go, well, okay, maybe I'll stitch the second sock in a bit, and before you know it, 6 months pass. You end up with one sock. Because, you know, once you've done it, you kind of go, well, you know, I know how it works. And the curiosity and the enthusiasm can be gone sometimes. And I know that for a fact. I try to stick socks, not stitch, knit socks before. And yes, I have suffered from second sock syndrome myself. So I know what it's like. So there are methods that, you know, allow you to knit both of them at the same time. So it's very cunning. So I hope you enjoy your stitching and not stitching, your knitting and mineral water and Pringles and chocolate. Suzanne, you're treating yourself wonderful. Yes, a nice spot of knitting, mineral water, Pringles, and chocolate. You're sorted. You're sorted, Suzanne. That's wonderful. Yes, power snacks, power drinks. You're sorted. And let me take a sip of my water here. Today I've taught a few classes. Okay, so my throat is, you know, needs a little bit of love and care here. Let me take a sip of water. Yes, here we go. And Wendy says, I'm working on Emerald, Hawthorne, and Dr. Pepper Zero. Yes, Dr. Pepper, controversial drink. But I know a lot of people like it. 310 stitching, very nice. Nice and bold start. You know, maybe I'm going to do quite well today as well. Who knows? I have high hopes. River is here joining us, and Michelle Fuller as well. Good to see you. Mandy Moran is also here. Welcome. Betty is working on Amy Stewart's stitching shelf. Lots of confetti stitching. Yes, Amy's pieces, those epic ones, can be very confetti for sure. The most confetti sort of intense piece I've got is probably the little cake shop. I've got the Max Color full size one. Oh, brutal. I need to go back and work on some more. Some days I'm just asking for punishment right there. Sometimes, some days I'm craving for challenges like that. Some days, not all the time. Not all the time. Let me see, it's a little fluff there. Maybe it's Dolly's hair. Just blame Dolly. One over here. Leslie is working on Foxglove Cottage by Thomas Kincaid and drinking fennel tea. Ooh, fennel tea. Yes, it's got like a kind of a sweet taste in the mouth, isn't it? Is I can't describe it. If you have fennel, there's a sweet aftertaste with either you like it or you don't. So I personally like it. Rachel says Egyptian cotton is a type of material, not a brand name as far as I'm aware. Yes, that sounds right because it doesn't sound like a brand name, does it? Egyptian cotton. Sounds like a type of blend, perhaps. Suzanne says, Rachel Morton says, hey Yogi, you're getting faster. You have to rename the channel Stitch with Yogi. Or Stitch with Yogi, less slow speed, moderate speed, stitching Yogi or something like that. Well, that's very nice for you to say. I'm not that optimistic. Regular speed Yogi, how's that? Regular speed stitching Yogi. Something along those lines. Suzanne says, just a sleep study for me, just staying overnight to keep from having to travel back early. As long as everything's good, I'm happy for you. Wonderful. You know, next time, if I go on a longer trip, you know, on the plane, I think I'm going to try stitching. I know some people do, but I never done it myself. So stitching on the plane, I hope the lighting is okay. I think that might be a problem because the lighting is a little bit, you know, not the best. It's okay to read a book, but for stitching, it might drain the eyes a little bit. Maybe something nice and chunky like this, like 14 counts, right? It would be nice. Right here, I'm just really happy this pattern. I've got a digital version now, and it's on my saga. Michelle Fuller says, hi everyone, just ordered the Christmas house too and waiting for on the fabric. Yes, guys, if you don't know already, you know, once we finish the Halloween stitching, which is, we've got one more week. So the festive stitching, instead of this coming Friday, the last one is going to be on next Wednesday, like 1 week away. And it will be our last session for, or at least for me, for Halloween stitching before actual Halloween. And then we're going to move on to Christmas stitching, which is going to start on the following Wednesday. I think Wednesday will be our festive stitching. So, and this is the piece I'm going to be stitching as well. It's Christmas house number 2. And the reason it's number 2 because there's 3 in the kind of a trio piece here. So they're all Christmas houses, but different felt to it. So number 2 is everybody's favorite, certainly my favorite. So I'm going to be stitching that. And so it's a pattern from Artisy. So if you would like to join us, go grab the pattern. It's on sale right now and it's really reasonably priced. So this is a good time to get it if you want to join in. And we also have Laura. Hello, good to see you. Laura says, hi everyone, just stopping in to listen for a bit, taking my daughter trick or treat at her school tonight. Wow, that's a bit early, but very nice. Trick or treat. Kids like that for sure. So enjoy a trick or treat, okay? And don't eat too many sweets. Laura's baby girl. And yes, oh yes, River. Claudia says, River, congrats again. Yes, so River has officially adopted her granddaughter as her daughter. I didn't even know that was possible. So congratulations to River. Rochelle says, I'm a plain stitcher. Oh, there's an official name for it. Okay, so Rochelle is plain stitcher. She says the light is great because you have the overhead spotlight. I do bring a headlamp or when everyone is sleeping. Yes, I'm always slightly conscious turning on the reading lamp light because I'm always worried I'm going to disturb the person next to me, unless it's a single seat situation. But majority of the times, there'll be someone next to me. So sometimes I feel a little bit, conscious about maybe not waking up, not disturbing the person next to me. But maybe some sort of a very small spotlight that you can just clip on the side rather than overhead. So it's pointing toward, your fabric. That might be a good idea. Yes, I'd love to try that because flying, I'm not a big fan, okay? I'm not a big fan of flying. I get anxious, particularly taking off and landing as well, because I heard that that's the most dangerous time. And also, I'm not great in between either. I'm generally just not a keen flyer. And so I think stitching might be able to help me to calm myself. Because normally I can't sleep on the plane, not very well anyway. So instead of watching those, movies that I really don't want to watch, maybe stitching would be a great time to spend, to see me through that process. Kristen says regarding the plain stitching or being a plain stitcher, she says stitching is hard to do if you don't like stitching in hand, don't have the space for frames most of the time at airport or on the hand, always fun unless you get self-conscious. Well, I think that there might be a middle ground. When you say hand stitching, do you mean actually holding the fabric without the frame? I think you can still have a hoop, can't you? Maybe not a stand. I'm not going to take my Larry stand on there, or this one, okay, this one. Maybe just, having the fabric still within a hoop, maybe a smaller one, and just hold the hoop instead of the fabric itself. It might be a middle ground there. Yeah, I can't imagine, having to manage the fabric as I stitch on the plane. Oh dear. Maybe a nice distraction. before I finish my struggle, I be at the destination. And Cassie is here. Cassie Hepler, welcome back. She says, hello, everyone. Finally able to join. Wonderful. Well done. And yes, indeed. You're welcome, River. And Gay Wise is also here. Says, good morning, all. Currently working on Dimensions Gold Collection, elegant geisha. You know what, Gay? Prior to this type of stitching, pretty much I learned everything about cross stitching from Dimensions, and my favorite pieces are always from Dimensions Gold Collection because they're a little bit bigger, aren't they? And they're also more involved, a little bit more complex because Dimensions, they do kits from all sorts of sizes, and from something really, really simple to something a bit more full coverage. And I love Go Dimensions because they're full coverage, but they're small, and also they're not, the way they chart the pieces, no confetti, very little that can be considered as confetti. So that's a wonderful choice there, and I love Dimensions. Nikki says, I always stitch on the plane, can't sleep on it. I can't sleep. Even if I manage to sleep, it's very rough sleep. And I have, sort of random dreams, not good dreams. And, so it's always, I'm always exhausted after I get off the plane. I'm just exhausted. I think traveling is exhausting. There's just no two ways about it. So that's why I'm one of those people you literally have to hold me at gunpoint to force me to go anywhere. I know it's hard work for people around me. They literally have to convince me to go on a trip with them. Particularly if it involves aeroplanes. In Europe, it's easier. We can just jump on Eurostar and we can get to quite a few different countries. It takes a little bit more time and still very doable. We can go to Paris within 3 hours. So, but if I have to go anywhere else that's a little bit further, I think and think and think again. I just don't like to get on the airplane, just if I can possibly help it. Mandy is working on Halloween Soul by Tiny Modernist. I'm at 53.44%. Every single digit counts. And I have just got my threads for 6 portals, another portal stitcher. Guys, if you're stitching portals, give me a little wave. I know every day we have new portal stitchers. Oh, we're getting invaded by portal stitchers, guys. So alien emojis there. Guys, yes, welcome. So Mandy is going to join in with the portal stitching, and now all she needs is the fabric. Are you stitching? Oh, so it looks like Mandy is getting 4 piece as well. Guys, you're brave. You're brave, and I'm really interested in knowing how you're going to approach it, what fabric count, etc. Yes, so we've got Kristen. Portal stitchers, wave your hands, and guys, just send them alien alien emojis, okay? And members, you have special alien club emojis as well. And Kristen and Nikki, and we know Mandy is doing it, and I'm sure we have a few more. And Roxy Wild as well, just 1 portal, that counts, your portal stitcher as well. Who knows, you might go from 1 portal to 6. And Brit as well. So 1, 2, 3, Nikki, 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 right here in the chat. Oh, very scary, guys, very scary. Here we go. So I think I've done my 310 around this area for now. And let me end this thread here. Let me take another sip of my coffee here, why not? Oh, so lovely. I love coffee. Thank you, coffee. Rochelle says, a hoop works fine on the plane. I found that I use a few woodworking clamps and clamp it into the table or seat in front of me. Oh, that's a good idea. If you can find the ones that, they can expand high enough to clamp the armrest or something like that, or a table, right? And Rachel says, I fly 3 times a year to Europe, and 11, 13 hours flights. I get a lot done, my goodness. Oh, that's a long haul, my goodness. Yes, anything beyond 2 hours, I get, I have issues. Mandy Leporto Stitcher says, I'm doing it on 25 count gridded fabric. I see. Yes. Gridded fabric can be good, depends on your stitching method. And also, if you don't get mixed up with the border, you know, like I do, then gridded fabric is actually very nice. So here we go. Let me pick my next color here. It's also quite dark, this one. So why don't I pick, yes, why not? This one is just as good. I think it's dark blue-ish, very, very dark as well. A23. A23 here. A23. Yes, it's a blue. Even though on the swatch it looks black, but it's actually a blue. So this is probably where it's going to extend toward the shop front, the blue wooden frame, door frames there. That's very, very pretty. So I'm going to take 2 strands instead because there are quite a few stitches. I like to just keep going. It's nice to stitch strong colors. It's so good. I love it. Bright colors, you know. And Roxy says, I'm doing my portal on 18 counts. So your piece is going to be huge, right? Because the full size, I think Roxy, let me look back. Are you the one that is doing single panel? I think Roxy is doing single panel, right? But even if you want to, so I'm wondering, if you're doing single panel, are you getting fabric enough for 6, just in case you want to do all 6? Or are you happy to have them separate, you know, one panel as a single piece? That's a decision you have to make up front, isn't it? Because, you know, what if you stitch one panel and you really want to do the full piece? But to be honest, if you look at the piece itself, all of them's got the frame around the piece, okay? And let me see if I've got, I think at one point when we talked about it last time, we had the markup, because I'm just thinking we talk about it a lot. We might as well look at the markup, right? I'll do that in a bit. I will see if I can grab the markup for the piece, so you know what we're talking about. But it's got 6 strips, 6 portals there. And to be honest, I think they were probably designed to be separate to start with, because every single portal's got a frame around it. I think even if you do all 6, I think, I'm just guessing, I think the original intention to have all 6 separate, but you can line them up, maybe frame them and place them side by side, rather than, you know, being stitched together next to each other. Chloe says A23 bingo. Hey, congratulations. Chloe is our first spooky bingo here. Congratulations, Chloe. So Roxy, your piece is going to be quite large once you're finished. Very tall indeed. Because the full size piece, all 6 panels together, I think is over 900,000, which is slightly bigger than my Gecko Rouge piece. My Gecko Rouge piece is huge. So you probably need, for 18 counts, your fabric is probably, you know, a size of a king-size duvet. Just like Susan's traveling library. She's stitching on 16 counts. You're going to end up with a duvet cover. Roxy says, I'm doing them separate. I think that makes sense, actually. It also gives you the freedom to kind of place them in different order if you do want to display them, you know. They don't have to line up in a way that the full chart suggests. I do think that they're designed to be separate from each other. Oops, this stitch is a little bit funny. So Roxy has chosen two. So you've got one that's the purple one. What is the second one? Let me guess. The kitty one, the flying kitty one, the kitties with wings. If I had to choose two, that would be my second choice. Nikki says, the frame is my favorite so far. The interior is confetti heavy. Let me just go and find the markup there and grab it so everybody can have a look at it rather than wondering what we're talking about. So 6 portals. Instead of going to the website, I'm going to just grab the markup, okay? And so we can zoom in a little bit more, I think. That's better. So let's have a look. So it's from it's a paint-free craft. Very nice. They're sold in quite a few different places. I'm just looking at merch haul. I don't know. Let's have a look. So desktop, I've got the markup there. I'll load it up for you so we can have a look. It's an interesting piece, so you know it's worth maybe looking. Check out the markup there. Let me just grab it properly there. Okay, I've got it. Desktop. Portals. All right. So let me load it up for you there. Let me zoom out a little bit here so you can see. Markup. Gonna hide this one and bring up the 6 portals for you. So just in case, because we talk about it so much and people are just wondering what on earth you're talking about. Portal. Gonna browse it here. All right, here we go. This is it. Let me resize it. There you go. Can you see it? So the markup is actually got, I think this is more like illustration rather than composed with stitches, but close enough. So the one on the right is the purple panel. I think this is everybody's favorite. And Nikki, I think few of you are getting the whole set. So some of you are stitching them separately. Some of you are stitching them together. I think Nikki is starting from upper left there, right? So this is the 6 portals, really 6 different worlds. Very kind of surreal piece that suddenly became very popular. From no one has heard of it, I haven't, and suddenly everybody's stitching it. So there you go. No, River, it's not a hay, it's a pain-free craft. Yes. And do not have a heart attack when you see the prices, okay? Just a warning. Roxy say my 2 favorite things, spooky season and autumn. So which one is the autumn one then? Let me see. I think this one is the first one, right? The first one is the autumn one. So it's autumn, and then it's not based on season, is it? It's kind of, I don't know, just different worlds. You've got one that's almost like a beach view, and then you've got a mountain view, and you've got an open landscape, the second one. And the first one is more like I don't know what it is. There's a little castle in the back. And the 5th one is a little flying kitty one. It's a snowy sort of landscape. And then you've got a night view. Interesting. So a lot of frame stitching with this piece because the frames are actually kind of the thing. It's kind of, they were designed for each panel. Lively Natty says, I want a 4th and a 6th panel. I know everybody's had different sort of, have their own favorites, isn't it? Maybe that says something about your personality. Maybe we can use the portal as a test to find out who you are. And today's Wednesday, so Saturdays are Amy Stewart Day. So what I'm planning to do is Saturday afternoon UK time, I'm going to do a live stream walkthrough of parking method. I'm going to do start off. I think for this Saturday, I'm going to be doing a block by block diagonal parking. And the reason I want to do that is I've been getting a lot of questions, comments on the videos, and there are quite a lot of people that they're so surprised that you could park. So a lot of stitchers out there, maybe they haven't kind of come into this, rabbit hole just yet. And they're wondering what they are. They just couldn't believe their eyes that people actually stitch that way. So I think it gives me inspiration, and I think it will be quite helpful to have some sort of walkthrough for the method. I think block by block diagonal will be kind of a good starting point, because that's how I started learning parking as well. So I'm going to just do a live stream and walk through the method, at least the way I do it, and then stitch a couple blocks if possible. I'll try to pick maybe real examples of from the patterns and do a demonstration there. And it would be quite nice to do a live stream rather than the video, because if you come to this live stream, you'll be able to ask questions and clarify things as we move forward. And so that will happen sometime in the afternoon, UK time, maybe around, I'm thinking 4 o'clock. I don't know how long it's going to go on. It's going to be not going to be super long, but long enough to explain. Most things need to be explained for the method. So if people watching, they curious about the method, they have enough information to move forward. And once that's done, I'll probably take a break, and you take a break as well. We will come back for the regular Stitch With Me, maybe around 8 p.m. UK time, something like that. And I think I want to keep the tutorial session moving forward, kind of build up a library of, things we learn or things I learn, and maybe new stitchers will be wondering about. And just have a record of these things that people frequently ask in terms of, maybe how to build an organizer. And I know I've got a video of the needleboard as well, but it's very high level. So maybe have a session that literally I just build it in front of you. And same with the organizer as well, just explain it all. And that will be kind of tutorial content for the channel there. So if we ever talk about things around those topics and people wondering, I can just point them to those sessions, and hopefully it will help newer stitchers. So that's my plan going forward, when we're not doing longer sessions like marathons, on Saturdays. Hey, Jennifer Sutton, hello. Good to see you. Alison is also joined us. Alison says, hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Still working on Atrium by Ciro Marchetti. Found new website today. Charting creation. They have some lovely charts. Oh, very dangerous, very dangerous. Very nice. River says, Yogi, what piece will you be doing this on? Oh, do you mean the demonstration? I think I'll look around my webs. Either I'll pick one of my webs if that is suitable for demonstration, or I just pick, some spare fabric and just start a fresh block. That might be good because, literally I'll be able to demonstrate from the beginning as you start the first stitch of your project with the method. So I'll see how it goes. There might be some webs that's kind of, you know, suitable as examples. So, because I'm just getting a lot of comments, and it's very hard to explain over comments. You know, how do you explain the whole parking method with 3 lines? So I think some sort of demo would be good. Busy Mom says, does your thread ever knot? I've been watching you for a while and I've never seen you take a knot out of your thread. Me, I always taking knots out when I'm stitching. What do you mean by knots? You mean of your working thread? I mean like the piece over, I mean like the working portion of the thread? Do I have a knot here? I don't. My threads are nice and smooth. Kelly's Quote Plus, welcome. Kelly asked, Yogi, what fabric count is this project? This is 14. So the fabric is actually, it actually came with a kit as well. And this 14 count Ada. It's got slightly blue tint. It's hard to tell, but there's a slight blue tint here. So I love these 14 count projects. Natty says you should do the Christmas house for demonstration. Well, the thing is, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the Christmas house, fabric-wise. I'm still contemplating. I have to make up my mind very quickly, because if I'm getting fabric, I need to do it like now, you know. So, but my vendor is quite fast, so I'm not too worried. I just need to kind of, you know, feeling sure in my mind what color. I want to get a piece of fabric that's got slight tint of color, so when I stitch the snow part of the chart, it's not gonna, you know, blind me if I have normal white fabric, you know. And also the fabric count, I have some idea, but I just need to feel sure in my mind. So I maybe tomorrow I have to place an order just to get my fabric here. Oh, Roxy says, we're just amazed you never get nuts. Is it normal to get nuts? Really? I don't think I have that issue. No. Why would you get nuts though? Are you not just stitching normally? What do you do with your threads? Well, very occasionally, well, I wouldn't say it's not. It's kind of a little loop there, and I can just pull a thread, you know, toward opposite directions, and it would just release kind of a knot. But it doesn't happen very frequently. And I stitch with all sorts of different type of threads. Egyptian cotton, DMC, CXC. What else? This is nice. It's starting to build in the shop front here. Hello, Joyce. Welcome. And Kristen says, I'm 100% convinced it's because she holds the loop at top as she's pulling through. Oh, do you mean, well, what I normally do as a habit, when I, insert my needle, I do have a habit of holding my thread here and just allow it to slide through my fingers. It's kind of something that I just do intuitively. And, but pulling up, no. But when particularly if I have longer thread, now it's quite short, I may or may not do it. But if it's long, I just run it through my index fingers here or middle finger. So I have a habit of doing that. And sometimes I do this back and forth a couple of times. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. And I think you probably get it more if you do the quick stitch, fast stitching method. You know, when people just try not to pull their thread all the way up or down, they kind of try to save time by just pulling through a little bit and try to come up. You know what I mean? I think there are techniques being taught that you normally, I just want to pull all the way down, but instead of doing that, you just pull halfway up and then go down. Maybe you get knots more frequently if you do it that way, because just, you know, you have more space for knots, for things to tangle up. That's my guess. I don't know for sure. Maybe the threads are the reflection of your mind. So if your mind is tangled, full of knots, your threads will be full of knots as well. So that one is for you, busy mom. So open all the knots in the heart and all will be well. I just made that up, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just one more here. Oh, Suzanne. Susan says Gemma gets knots. Really? Our Gemma? Oh, Gemma stitches? She doesn't get knots. She's not free. I bet. Susan, you're spreading rumors there. Gemma stitches, she stitches so fast and professionally. She doesn't get knots. Or maybe her mind, reflection of her mind. I don't know, Gemma. Open the heart. Let it go. Deep breaths, ujjayi breaths. Right? Let's have a look. Hey, Abony, good to see you. Suzanne says, I don't get knots. Maybe it's how the thread is twisting on you. Well, I tend to have a habit just smoothing out my thread without thinking about it. So maybe that helps. Here we go. Let me take a sip on my tea this time. I've got my peppermint tea as well. Let me see if I can untwist my flask here. It's still nice and hot here. Oh, it's very soothing for the throat. Keep it hot here. And Roxy says, or I could be cutting my strands too long. I think it could have some impact, but as you can see, I've got pretty long strands as well. So it's probably just run it through your fingers whenever you can. I think it's less of a problem with single strand, right? It's normally when it's 2 strands that you have more likely to have some things twisted together. Here we go. Let me pick my next color here, my next victim. Very nice. 844. 844. 844 is a brown, greenish brown. 844. Let me see. I think I'm gonna just take one strand and fold it in half. Because normally if I have quite a few stitches, I take 2 strands, so they're quite long, like these ones. Normally I fold it in half, but these are very, very long. So if I use, full length, it's very long too. Maria says, hi, made it to the live, was working late. Well done, Maria. Join us. And Suzanne says, DMC nuts more for me, but I rarely use DMC. I would have thought CXC would do more, even though I don't really get nuts either that much. But there are a few occasions the CXC do fray, start to fray, because it's generally just more fluffy. There's more kind of texture around the thread here. Whereas if you look at this is more like DMC. It's just very structured, very kind of self-contained. So I would have imagined that CXC would probably nut a bit more, but I find it quite smooth to stitch. CXC, ooh, falling off the edge. Here we go. Let me bring it back to view here. So I can do a loop start. Two. Roxy says, I use DMC because I literally have 3 different craft stores within 3 miles of my house where I can grab scans as needed. I wish CXC was easier to combine. Oh, how lucky you! 3 shops. And yes, I've never seen CXC being sold at physical shops. Maybe they just don't really go down that route. They're just happy doing it online. But yeah, majority of the craft, oh, that one is a funky stitch there. Majority of the craft shops, they either do Anchor or CXC, DMC. I've never seen CXC in the shops before. Retail shops. Joyce! Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? Joyce says our grandson was born this afternoon. All is well. His name is Aiden. Welcome to the world, Aiden. Love from Yogi to you, and all the love from this chat right here, this stream right here. Congratulations! Because Joyce has been stitching a piece. She finished a while ago. Story time, isn't it? To dedicate it to the grandchild. And now we know it's a boy. It's a grandson. How wonderful. Oh, so happy for you, Joyce. Yes. I remember the delivery date is somewhere, due date was somewhere in October. So right on time. Right on time. Rejoice, everyone. Welcome, Aiden, to the world. Amazing. And Joyce says, special day, River. You've got a daughter. Oh, you've got a grandson. Shall I get a puppy as well, just to join in? Yes, I love to have a puppy. That's so nice. You know, as we stitch every day together, a life happens, you know, events happens around us, and it's so nice to be able to share. Sometimes joy, sometimes sorrow, but it's life. And we stitch every single part of that, the emotions, the joy, whatever it is, and etch it to our pieces here. And night night, Brit, and bedtime for Brit, and see you on Friday. Claudia says, my mother never get nuts. She makes a small turn with her needle every few stitches to make it untwist. I get nuts just from looking at my fabric. She's a professional and a thread knows better. But all you have to do is just kind of smooth it out a little bit, you know, as you release and pull down. What I normally do as a habit, I don't even think about it, is when I pull it up, for instance, sometimes with long strands, they get twisted. I just smooth it out like this and just release the needle and just allow it to untwist itself. So I do this without thinking from time to time, so I think that probably helps. So yeah, I think you just incorporate it into your stitching so you don't have to think about it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. One, two, three, four, 5. Just double checking. One more. You know, when I pull my needle down, my finger just go like that without thinking. And so when you pull it down, it kind of just even out the strands. Yeah, that reminds me. Claudia's comments reminds me that some people say, I just look at the food and I gain 5 pounds. And Claudia can just look at her fabric and the thread just starts to twist around itself. It's a miracle. It's amazing. Strange phenomena. Oh, Rakshi says DMC bought out Anchor. That's correct. So no more Anchor at the shop. So why wouldn't they sell Anchor at the shop? So they don't want them to compete against themselves. But Anchor's got different color charts though. And I think they're probably being used by people who do embroideries. Probably more, because if you do this type of stitching, majority of the charts are charted based on DMC threads. But if you do kind of embroidery, more general embroidery type of stitching, then I think quite a lot. That's why I have a lot of Anchor threads throughout the years, because they just come with, you know, whatever. Stitching kits and stuff like that. Madhu, he says, Gemma gets nuts all the time, Yogi. Oh. So Gemma needs to come over and watch Yogi stitching. and learn how not to create knots. Okay, Gemma? Watch and learn, Gemma. I didn't notice that, actually. I watch her a lot. I'm going to take it over here. I've got some thread left. 1, 2, 3. Pascal is here in the chat. Welcome. Trying to catch up. And if I haven't said hello to you, just give me a little wave. I'm trying to catch up with the comments here. Oh, River's husband is definitely a keeper. She says, I asked my husband if he wanted to buy me a painting fairy scroll frame. He told me whenever I'm ready to order, just ask him for his credit card. All right, I need to borrow your husband from time to time, you know, just for the credit card, not for anything else. Okay? I'm kidding, okay? And that's very nice. But painting fairy scroll frames, they're not cheap, are they? I think they're priced at, you know, those large ones. They're a couple of £100, perhaps. I don't know. I haven't looked carefully. But I was curious because so many Japanese floss tubers, they seem to, everybody's got one. It's probably mandatory over there. It's like everybody's got one. They all have like pink, purple frames. Or at the same time. I don't know, maybe they sponsor the floss tubers. I have no idea, but seems like everybody's got one. And Kamari's got multiple ones. Quite large ones. Here we go. Where are my scissors here? It's a lovely color. Let me mark these ones. Abony says, I just bought a new stand and I can guarantee my husband will say, you paid how much for that? I know. Whoops. Let me find the chat here. Let me see what will be my next choice. Hi, Dolly. Oh, Dolly just roll around and flashing her belly there, looking very delicious there. Hello, Dolly. $3,860. $3,860. $3,860. I might get single strand here. Fold it in half. There you go. River says, River, behave. River says, I will tell him, Yogi, that you would like to borrow him. Yes. Just make sure he gets his credit card ready, okay? Yes. Here we go. So these two, I need to double check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, hang on. There's one stitch here that I have not done. Let me fix that before I move forward. Here we go. That's better. Yeah. I know River says you need a dolly emoji. I know. I'll get to work there. Dolly is demanding one as well. See you later, Suzanne. Night night. Betty says, Yogi, may I suggest when you pull your ending thread, instead of coming up in a hole, coming up in the middle of a square. Oh, interesting. I think that's what Joyce does. Yes, I know what you mean. It's like, I can't remember what we called it, like a half a pin or something. Yes, that might create a bit more anchoring of the thread, right? I think that's what Betty's getting at. And Joy says, I sometimes stitch through my thread so my needle gets trapped. No idea how it happens and how I can avoid it. It's very annoying. What do you mean by stitching through the thread? Oh, I know. When you come up, you stab through the thread. But Joyce, you're using round tip needles, right? That probably technically wouldn't happen if you use round tip, but who knows? It may. Oh, Gay says, sorry ladies, I have to see vampire about blood test. That's a new way of calling these people. Let's have a look. Oh, I just lost that one. Yes, about a blood test, will we join when I come back? If you're still going, have a lovely stitch. And well, I wanted to say enjoy visiting the vampire, but That wouldn't be correct. But I hope everything's good. The blood test is everything's all you know, perfect. Then hope to see you, if not tonight, in the next stream. Night, Suzanne. Marilyn says, I've been lurking, going to take a nap since I have been abandoned by my cats. Oh no! Multiple cats abandoned Marilyn. I can't lay sleep under the bed. And yes, enjoy your nap. Nap is good. And we'll see you soon. Hopefully you can regain the love and attention of your kitties. Hopefully they won't judge you the same way my squirrels been judging me, okay? I'm trying to redeem myself still. Where am I here? 1, 2, one more. Okay, so I'm going to end this thread and I'm going to try like what Betty has suggested. It should be okay. All I have to do, I'm going to just find a stitch that I can tuck my thread in. Something that's closer in colors. And then I'm going to just bring the needle through in the middle. Is that what you're talking about, Betty? Just instead of the corners, just through the middle of the fabric. Done. So there's a little pin there. I don't mind it. Little pin, little color there. But it will probably just help the thread to stay there a little bit longer. Heather House says, my husband knew I was a maid crafter when he married me. It was part of the package. Still crafting and still married after 57 years. He's a keeper. Oh, yes. Very nice. You need a partner that embraces what you do. They don't have to join in or even like it. It's just the fact that they accept this is what you do. You know, that's very helpful. Betty say, who has time to train a new one? Well, that's provided you got the first one correct. You know, some people have to retrain a different one, okay? It happens. 50% of people, they have to find, you know, they have to train a new partner. Here we go. Let me have a look. I like to do a little bit more of the blue ones here. Yes, please. So, some blue color stitching. 3750. 3750. 3750. We've got one threaded already. Oh, Joy says tuck out. Yes, tuck out. That's right. But Joyce wouldn't do it just on its own. It's complementary, kind of a second level security for other ending methods. So I do a tuck in, and normally that's quite secure, but I wouldn't mind pulling it through the fabric. It doesn't trouble me. I just need to remember doing that because I'm so used to just pulling out. And sometimes I'll just pull a thread out of a stitch area. You know what I mean? So if I do that, I have to come out from the corner rather than in the middle of the stitch. Otherwise, it's okay. That's a very, very pretty blue. I'm going down instead. 1, 2. Let me see. Cassie Hapler says, I start my new job on November 10th. My stitching time will be reduced with everyone since I have to adult. I think is growing up. I think that's what Cassie means. Oh, the congratulations. Yes. Well, you know, you have to find the balance between work and play, okay? It's not all work. You have to play. So, find time to come and play. One, two. Claudia is sharing her wisdom here. She says, when I got rid of the first husband, I made sure the new current one and final husband understood the crafts at a much earlier stage. I know. Yes, can you imagine? It might sound like a trivial thing, like a hobby, but imagine if you have a hobby that you love and the person you're, suppose you want to share your life with actually hates it or think it's just, stupid or something, that is not going to work out. That is just not going to work out. And the same thing, you have to respect his passion as well, his hobby or whatever it is. Doesn't matter how silly it may look. And if you can't stand it, then you shouldn't be together, to be honest. It's just not going to work out. Life is all about small things. Roxy says, my partner doesn't currently have a hobby. He used to play guitar, so I'm thinking about getting him an acoustic for Christmas. That's very nice. That's very nice. Acoustic guitar. But the thing is, when you get an instrument for someone you live with, okay, you have to brace yourself for the practice, you know. And I hope he's a very good guitar player. It's just like if you get someone a piano, get a child a piano. You know some piano music is coming. Piano playing is coming. So think carefully before you buy someone an instrument. And Roxy says, my partner is amazed by this craft. He just sits across me on the couch and just stares with a smile. That's good. It's a smile, okay? He's not frowning. That's a good sign. Very nice. I'm going to end this color here. Beautiful finish. Oh, there you go. River says, my daughter, when she was 4, got a ukulele from someone all day long, she says. Guess what this song is? Oh, dear. Yeah, I know. Be careful when you get instruments to people. If you know, you can give it to someone that you don't live under the same roof, but if you do, yeah, think twice. Think twice. Here we go. It's a purple. Very nice. Oh dear. Purple 161. 161. Oh, why does it look purple? No, it's not purple. Oh no, it's the wrong one. That's why. That's not what I selected. 550. 550. 550. River says, one time I told her, I think the song is called Go Play in Your Room. Well, the song is called You're Grounded. Well, the song is called Go Do Your Homework. Oh, kids are too clever to buy that. You know, they're going to go, I know what you're doing, Mom. And Natty says, my husband loves Lego and puzzles. He sometimes stitch and diamond paint with me. My stash of over 200 diamond painting came from him. He's very supportive of the stuff. He makes me happy. You mean he got you 200 diamond painting pattern sets? Wow. Yes, my partner loves sort of Lego as well. He's a big kid. And I'm a big kid as well, so sometimes we play Lego together. It's not a euphemism, okay? We're actually playing Lego together. Too much information. But yeah, we're both, teach yoga. We're both nerds. So we understand what it's like. We can get very, very nerdy. Two? Oh dear. I think I... Betty says, my husband, when he goes thrifting alone, he sometimes bring me fabric or something out of the car and tells me about charts they have. So I'll go have a look. That's nice. That's very nice. Yes. 1, 2. Claudia says, I've been stuck in confetti hell or stream, but now I've broken through into an uninterrupted lake of red. It's like rewarded for not cursing at all the confetti. But then so now it's red block stitching, is it? It's a different kind of hell, Claudia, if you look at it. I think for me, yes, if it's confetti, I like a bit of back and forth. And it's very nice when you have a very balanced area, just enough amount of thread changing, but not over the top, but it's also not block stitching. Block stitching, I also do find very, very challenging. I dread it probably more in some way than confetti. Nikki says, my husband is napping. The furlough is messing up my schedule. Tell him to just go out and do some exercise or something. Maybe like CrossFit or some yoga. Just tell him to do some yoga. So you can stitch in peace, Oh, Natty. Yes, Natty has a shop, an online shop. And thank you for posting your link the other day in the Facebook group. And yes, Natty's got a craft shop. Okay, guys, if you need to order something, you know where to go. Claudia, oh dear. She says, my dad and husband sit in a car and talk about stocks when they drive mom and I to the craft store. It's their version of supportive shopping, talking about stock, like stock market. Oh, it must be riveting. It's such a beautiful color. 550 is one of my favorite color. It's official. Let me go from here. One, two. Oh, Natty. So the husband play with Legos and then put them in a display case. Oh, but that's a little bit like, the jigsaw puzzles. My issues is always once I've completed them, the puzzle pieces, if I do frame the puzzle piece, the complete piece, then I can't play it anymore. So it's a little bit like Lego. Lego, yeah, you can display them for a little while. If you create something really cool, you really like, you can display a little bit, but not permanently, because you can't play with it anymore. I like to build something and then break it. Maybe take a picture because I'm proud, and then take it apart so I can build something else. I'm just that kind of person. Rachel Morton says, stock trading is my other hobby besides cross stitch. Oh, wow. Is that a hobby? A hobby's supposed to be fun. I'm kidding. I'm sure a lot of people are. It's just the sheer, skill that you need in order to do that kind of thing. Not for me. Not for me. I am clueless. Absolutely clueless. Here we go here. Next color is 161. 161. A little bit more 161. And I may take two pieces because I've got quite a lot of stitches. Oh, so Joyce is also a fan of Lego. Yes, I do love Lego. Yes. It's like, I can play with it forever, building different things. I don't like those ones. Joyce, let me know what you think. I don't like those ones that it's got like kind of just built-in shapes too much. I like the generic kind of pieces that you can be creative, because some of them they start to get a little bit too clever. They have shapes into, I don't know, like something you can only use those pieces for very specific things. I don't like that. I like things just block shapes that you can just create whatever you want. Because sometimes they do like theme ones, like pirate themes or whatever it is. And those pieces are not, I don't know, I'm not really crazy about those. It's fantastic. It's so nice to get up on Sunday morning and then, if have a cup of coffee and just tip the entire box of Lego on the floor there and just start playing and drink coffee. Two grown-ups. Yes, just simple fun, simple fun. And I don't believe Lego is built for kids. I really don't, because it's just built for anyone's got a kind of curious mind. Because you can see possibilities with those pieces, you know. There's no instructions. You do what you want. Ah, Joyce doesn't like the flowers. She says, I like the tech Lego and the architecture projects. Yes. Yeah, building houses, building sort of rooms. I like that. Building spaces. And Joyce, have you played a game called Minecraft? I'm a big fan of Minecraft as well. It's like a digital Lego in a world. I really like that as well. Because it's sandbox, isn't it? It's just you create your own world. Mark this here. This is so relaxing. One over here and here. See, Joy says, I don't have any Lego, but I love to build a Sydney Opera House. Yeah, get some Lego. You probably need a few more pieces, a few pieces there to build the Sydney Opera House. If I build a house, they always end up looking very similar. I just have the door, and I have a kitchen, a bedroom, maybe a pet, pointy roofs. I always end up building very similar looking house. Very nice. So, let me have a look at this. I think I have one extra stitch here. I'll try to hide it, okay? Don't tell anybody. A couple of stitches, I kind of overstitched. But the colors are very similar here, so no one will notice. No one will notice. Joy says, I've never played Minecraft, but I did play games Zelda and Final Fantasy were my favorite. Joyce, I recommend this Christmas, get a copy of Minecraft. It's on PC as well. I bet you will love it if you love Lego. But it's beyond Lego. It's a complete sandbox world that you have to figure out all of, items and use them creatively. It's a really, I think it's design. I think they're Swedish. I think it's a Swedish company. or Sweden. Yes, Swedish, not Swiss. Yes, it's by the developers over there, and it's so clever. Really, really clever. And I think it's really good for kids as well. If they want to play games, play Minecraft. I think there's a lot of parallel. Oh, hang on. No! No one noticed. No one noticed. Reverse stitching. A quick demonstration of reverse stitching. Let me see. One should go below. Nati says, I can't play Minecraft. My husband loves the game, but I have epilepsy and the game is triggering. Really? There's no flashing there as far as I can see. But yeah, it's not just for kids. A lot of grown-ups do. And you know, they have done, not study, but they have observed a lot of kids with autism. They find a lot of therapy through playing Minecraft because it allows their mind to work in a way they can, because in a you know, in the normal conventional world we try to force people to think a certain way or, you know, behave a certain way, whereas in Minecraft you have that freedom to do it. And I think they're being not taught, they encourage kids to play at certain schools, maybe in European countries, and also you know, kids with autism. It's quite remarkable. I think it's Swedish. I'm enjoying this so much. So therapeutic. Just what I need right now. Just need to make sure that I'm actually stitching at the right spot. Sometimes I get carried away. I just go, oh, this is feeling so good. And before you know it, you know, pink frog time. No, no frog visits. Not even compassionate frog. No, thank you. Let me put this one back. Joy says, I think Minecraft is great, but stitching is what I like to do. Absolutely, do both. Do both. I haven't played Minecraft for a long time though, because it is a little bit time consuming. So Joyce, maybe it's wise that you don't go near it, because you can get sucked in, you know, because it's such a sort of sandbox environment. You just keep wanting to move forward and create new things, and before you know it, you know, you run out of time to do anything else. That's probably not the best. 161, and that's why I have to be very mindful. If I spot something that I know I'm probably going to fall into the rabbit hole, I'd rather not touch it, even though it looks fun. I just go, well, you know, I like to have time to eat and sleep. I need to make choices. Nati say, I'm a Sims 4 player. Oh, I haven't played that one for a long time though. Years and years ago when I was a student. But it was a very old version, so maybe it's very, very different now. And the Sims characters always look slightly like, you know, like the Uncanny Valley. A little bit scary, but in a weird kind of creepy kind of way. And they always do some weird dance, I remember. Maybe it's better now. But I'm slightly creeped out by those faces. Once again, the faces. Oh, Rachel Morton says, I used to play Sims a lot in college. Yes, I remember when I was was it college or maybe younger? I have played Sims as well, but I can't remember which version. Probably 0.1 version. Oh, you're kidding. Natty says, oh, when you say simmer, as in simulation games. Wow. So, Natty, do you play Minecraft? Did you say that you didn't? Yes, because I can imagine that will probably, kind of to your liking as well. And Natty says she likes it so much, she's built a YouTube channel dedicated to Sim 4. Why is it Sims 4 then? Is it the best one? Huh. Very interesting. And I was brought up playing a lot of video games as well. My brothers and my dad, they both play games, but I can't play those action games to save my life, like Mario or anything like that. No chance. I'm totally useless. Or fighting games or something. I just cannot go there. But I'm good at puzzle games. So anything that I can take time to think and do, I have interest. Otherwise, no action games. 310. Oh, there's a bit of 310 coming up here. There's a little bit of 310 going there. Why not? There's a big patch of 310. So we're just taking out 4 strands here. Let me separate them. And take the full length. So Sims 4 is the best. I don't know, because they've been around. Sims, the game has been around for a long time, I think. So I don't know what number it is. It's like iPhone. Now it's like iPhone 55 or something. I've lost track. Claudia says dinner is in 2 hours and I have to chop an onion. No onion. Claudia is gonna be weeping in a second. And she says, so I better get started. Slow chop with Claudia. Take it very slow and use a sharp knife, okay? Otherwise you'll be sobbing. Hope everyone has a great rest of the day, and you too, Claudia. And, last time we talked about the techniques to prevent crying when chopping onions, so take notes, okay? You're supposed to place a piece of bread under the tongue when you're chopping, or something like that. There's various tricks, but I think they're probably all going to end up with the same result. They're going to shed a few tears, but it's going to be delicious. Hopefully the onion's going to be delicious. Enjoy your dinner. I'm cooking. Captain Squirrel, hello. Good morning, Australia. I'm doing 310. 310 stitching. It's just that kind of situation. Let me move this over here a little bit. And what are you stitching today, Squirrel? Natty says, oh my God, who wants to come over and babysit my 1 and 2 year old? One and two is tricky, isn't it? So tiny. I wouldn't dare babysit for anybody. Not that anybody has asked me to do it, because I'm clueless. I'm not around babies that much. And I'd be too scared if I, given the responsibility to look after young kids. If they're over maybe 5 or 6, I don't mind. They're kind of, a lot bigger. But any like infants, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be so scared. If I drop them, if I do something, give them the wrong food, or terrified. Joy says, I buy cry-free onion. Those are milder and a bit sweet. Oh, but Joyce, wouldn't that be genetically modified? What do they have to do to make it cry-free, though? I'm a bit scared. And also, does it change the flavor other than being milder? I don't like the sound of that, because just think about what do you have to do to do that. It's like I used to know a girl, a colleague of mine, and she's from Australia actually, and she said her parents, was it parents or family business, was to make the decaf coffee, and she was like whispering to me. She says, "Hey, whatever you do, do not drink decaf coffee." And it turned out, in order to make coffee decaf, they have to put in a lot of, chemicals and put the coffee through a lot of processes in order to extract the caffeine. And so even though that was family business, she's going, no, don't do it. Just don't do it. Just drink normal coffee. Or just don't drink coffee if you don't want it. You don't want the caffeine. So I don't like it when people change the characteristics of certain food. And same with onion. I'm a bit wary about that. Joyce, stop eating those cry-free onion, okay? It's totally free. I want you to stay very healthy, and for another, at least 100 years. So please stop cry-free coffee. Not cry-free coffee, cry-free onion. Stay away from those. Captain Squirrel says, not a full coverage today. I'm stitching on a small piece called Arranging the Sewing Kit from Ink Circle. Oh, I like anything with sewing theme to it. Joyce says, you think they bribe or threaten the onions? I think those onions are emotionally damaged because they cannot cry. Or they cannot make you cry. Susan say, Yogi wants you to cry. It's healthy to cry, right? You cut a few onions, you sob a little bit, you feel better. Everything you just, release the emotions. So you don't have to cry during yoga classes like I did. I used to sob just at the end of the class, Shavasana, and I start crying. Sometimes in the middle of Warrior 2, I'll start crying. I don't do that anymore. Can you imagine if I teach and sob at the same time? That's not good. It's a nice patch of 310 here. And Joy says, but when my eyes sting, I can't stitch. But as long as you're not cutting onion and stitching at the same time, you just have to cry and finish the crying, wipe the tears, and then you can go stitching, and eat the onion as well. It's delicious, and it's not Frankenstein onion. Okay, please, Joyce. I really want to cry. Oh, if you're gonna cry anyway, you might as well eat, like the normal onions. If you're gonna cry anyway, one way or the other. When I chop my onions, if I slice them, it's not too bad. It's the chopping part of it. Like when you have to chop them really fine, if the knives are not, the knife you're using is not super sharp, it kind of, it's very micro, kind of, you can get the juice, onion juice, it's a spray everywhere. And then, so sometimes I would chop like 5 seconds. I'll walk away, literally leave the kitchen, and just allow the sort of mist of onion juice to settle a little bit, and go back and repeat the process. That's what I do for onion, okay? Because there's no point looking away or close the eyes. You can still breathe in. So it's about just literally remove your entire being from the situation. And then come back. And I wonder if you, as you're cutting, right? So if you place a piece of cling film on top of the hand, so, the onion juice is not going to sort of go upwards. It's being protected, like separated with a cling film. Or just stop eating onion. How's that? That's probably a bit easier. Just eat something else. Eat broccolis. One, two, three. It's a very nice bit of 310 stitching. And Pascal says, well, sharpening the knife, yes. That's another way of doing it. I think if the knife is sharp, it's a lot easier. It's a lot better. Susan says, eat cucumber. Yes, the leftover cucumbers rejected by my squirrels. Yes, I like those little mini cucumbers. They're really crunchy. Those large ones are a little bit, not sure, no flavors. But Susan, have you got those mini ones? They sell them in Sainsbury's. Those mini cucumbers. They're so crunchy and fresh. They taste like cucumbers. Those larger ones just don't taste anything. Well, I think today I'm going to do pretty well with the stitch count. I think a lot of 310 stitching. Very nice. But this is not like a full block, if you know what I mean. I still have to check the pattern. So it's not mind-numbing like sometimes it can be. If it's just, 6 blocks of 310, then maybe my mind just starts to go to sleep. But this is nice. It's a healthy amount of engagement here. Oh, Joy says, I guess bimmy. What's bimmy? It's also no go. Like Mary broccoli and asparagus. I love little what are bimmies? Joyce, the love child of broccolis and asparagus. What are they? Sounds disturbing. What happened to the love affair between asparagus and broccolis? I like both though. I'm a big fan of asparagus and broccolis. I can literally just eat like entire head of broccolis, just saute them with a bit of sea salt, olive oil, done. A little bit of black pepper as well. And I can eat that every day, no problem. Broccolis are delicious, and asparagus as well. Oh, asparagus just grilled slightly with olive oil and sea salt. Yes, Susan, you're in charge of Google. What's beamies? I bet there's something really obvious. Is it like a tender stem broccolis? I don't think that's a love child of asparagus. Maybe it's not. Beamies? I can take a guess. Something that looks like broccolis and asparagus. I cannot imagine. Beamies. It's a hybrid. Some call it broccolini. So is it just a smaller broccoli? Does it look different? Oh, no, I'm curious. I don't think I've seen anything like that. So Joyce is eating a lot of weird food. Okay, Joyce is eating cry-free onion, and the love child of broccolis and asparagus. There you go. That explains Joyce for you. And Betty says, I don't like black pepper, but hubby makes up for it. Yeah, well, I think, Betty, have you tried white pepper? White pepper is really, ground white pepper is really nice as well. I like the, it tastes totally different from black pepper. And black pepper, I like it quite sparingly. I don't like something, too much of it. But a little bit is kind of quite peppery, quite nice, on veggies. But I like simple flavors, a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of pepper, all good. I just did a quick Google. Yes, my guess was correct. Susan, over here it's called tender stemmed broccolis. It's just a longer version of broccolis. So, yes, I didn't know it was a mix with asparagus. I thought it was just a slender version of broccolis, tender stem broccolis. It doesn't taste anything asparagus though, other than the fact it's a little bit longer rather than in kind of a head of broccolis. They're kind of in separate bits. Broccolini. Yes, I think broccolini probably makes sense, but I had no idea it was mixed from asparagus because I can't taste anything asparagus. Yes, Pasco. It's called tender stem broccolis. It's a mouthful, I know. Yes, I like the stems. Yes, that's a really nice bit. Like, if you don't overcoat them and it's still quite crunchy, but I do peel the skin off though, because sometimes the skin can be quite it's too much fiber, quite rough. So I do that. But once you peel off the skin there and you just saute you know, the broccolis, it's delicious. Yes, I do. I think I probably prefer tender stem broccolis than the actual broccolis. The actual broccolis I like as well, regular broccolis. But oh, I see. So it's called bimis. Now I know. Three eight six three. 3863. The Joy says it looks a little bit like green asparagus, but is it actually blended with asparagus DNA there? Or, yes, I had no idea. I never thought that it would have any connection with asparagus. And there's no flavor. The flavor-wise, it's a little bit milder than broccolis. But other than that, I cannot detect any asparagus characteristics. And just zoom out a little bit here. See, this is the shop front. Starting to stitch a lot of blue here. So this bit is still, oh, now I know. I had no idea. Because when you're stitching, you have no idea what you're stitching. Oh, while I'm stitching, rather. But this is the window, one of the window panel on the building to the right there. No idea. Sometimes I have to zoom out because I'm looking very closely. And it's totally not aware of what I'm stitching. Just fun. And Pascal says, I don't like it very much and it's pricey. Really? It's actually quite, I don't think it's any more than regular broccolis. Over here is quite reasonably priced. Kind of regular prices. Asparagus, on the other hand, is a little bit more pricey. But broccolis and tender stemmed broccolis, they're pretty reasonable. I think broccolis and cauliflower, what else? Tomatoes, avocados, those I can eat every single day, no problem. I love broccolis, not broccolis, cauliflower as well. Yeah, Joyce. No, white asparagus. No, definitely no white asparagus, but even green ones. I just never really made that connection. So it's interesting to know. So Pascal says the beanie is pricey. Are you referring to the tender stem broccolis? If so, it's quite reasonable over here. No, Susan. Susan says avocado tastes like soap. Yike. No, avocado is gorgeous. Are you kidding me, Susan? Give it another try, avocado. Avocado, I can eat avocado every day. And it's got, it's got a lot of really good fat. And I just drizzle a little bit of olive oil, a bit of sea salt. And I can just eat it like that. And I eat it with salad, with everything else, anything. Oh, avocado is the best. And I can turn it into ice cream as well. Avocado ice cream. And sometimes, have you ever tried, guys? Have you ever tried avocado in stew? You can make tomato stew or whatever stew and just add avocado chunks in there. Don't cook the avocado for too long. Just pop them in maybe just about 5 minutes before the cooking's finished. And you have warm avocado. I think Italians eat avocado hot as well. And it's a very good idea. It tastes different. Susan, give it a go. Try warm avocado. I'm starting another controversy. People are going to go, no warm avocado. Yes, Susan. Susan's avocado emoji is out. No. Yes. Oh, Joyce has got issues with coriander as well. Oh no. Coriander is gorgeous. Nati says, small family debate over here. I can dip be a meal? I make my dip with Velveeta cheese, ground beef, and salsa over a bed of chips I say yes, because if taco salad can be, and my cheese dip is, well, not just the dip on its own, right? You cover, well, you have chip on a bed of the chips as well, so it's kind of a topping. Then yeah, that's a dish. That's a meal. But without the chips, it would be just a sauce, isn't it? Or stew of some kind. Oh no, oh no, not. Oh no, now we have coriander, we have avocado, a Turkish delight, and now I have a pineapple as well. My goodness. Oh, it's gonna be chaos. Betty said, I don't like avocado or asparagus. I'm a rather picky eater. Oh, avocado, the bowl is gorgeous. Avocado and asparagus, I can just live on them forever. And, broccolis and cauliflower. No way, they're gorgeous. They're so delicious. Oh my goodness. Well, Turkish delight I can live without, okay? No Turkish delight in my life. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But coriander, gorgeous. Coriander is gorgeous. Oh, it goes well with everything. It's like parsley. You can just put them in anything. It just tastes good. It's magic. Oh dear, I can hear people screaming. Pascal says I'm getting hungry. I know, I know. We talk about food quite a lot. 797. Oh, nice blue. 797. I mean, coriander, I can kind of understand it because I know it's genetically kind of programmed. So if you just happen to be a non-coriander, fancier, because you're built genetically so, then I understand. But, what's your excuse of avocado? I don't believe it's there's a genetic reason you would like avocado. It doesn't taste like soap. Okay, Susan, stop it. That is, stop spreading the rumor and tarnish avocado's good name here. Avocado is wonderful and so versatile. And you can make it into a guacamole. Susan, you like guacamole, right? You cannot say no to guacamole. Yes, Joyce. Joyce says we're talking about food, so we can just give a number and throw a buffet. Not yet, Joyce. Yes, guess my stitching time is not yet here yet. Well, almost. In about half an hour, but we'll throw a buffet. Rochelle says, I agree, Yogi. I love avocado. There you go. Roseanne, I need to highlight this. I need to have someone on my side, okay? Rochelle says, I agree, Yogi. I love avocado with salt and lemon. Yes. Oh, I can see that happening. Yes. It's a good in soup as well as garnish, Rochelle. Yes, you're my kind of lady. Absolutely. Yes, warm or cold, avocado is so versatile. Joyce 275. Oh no. An avocado. Just throw some tomatoes there for good measure. Yes. Can we remove that pineapple out of equation? And there's no coriander emoji, isn't it? I need to create one for the group. And 99 to Joyce, 99. On that note. Betty says, I do put parsley and green beans with a little butter, real butter. Yes, why not? Green beans are quite nice as well. Now we're just talking about all the delicious food. I'm going to get peckish. Yeah, I don't understand it. The people who don't like avocado, maybe it's the texture, but I bet they just haven't given it a chance, you know. Who can say no to guacamole? Seriously. Nikki says my husband is allergic to avocado. Is there such a thing? So all for me, and avocados in the Caribbean are way bigger than my hands. Really? Well, it depends on how big your hands are. Um, maybe you have very small hands, Nikki. But is that just an excuse for your husband not wanting to eat avocado? You know, the best way to say, "Hey, I'm allergic to it." You're not going to force him if it's an allergy, right? Oh, I bet it's an excuse. I didn't realize that you're going to be allergic to avocados. Oh, Susan, you have to try guacamole. It's so delicious. You can dip your cucumbers. That's rejected by my squirrels. Or carrots. Oh, I love dips. And tomato salsa, you know. It's like nature's butter, isn't it? Yes, Rochelle, coriander is cilantro. I learned that in an American movie. Cilantro. Type of chocolate. I know. Oh yeah, we haven't had chocolate today, have we? I can be tempted. Now I'm hungry. I'm talking about all the delicious food. Like broccolis, avocado, and onions. Oh, Rochelle, you're out of chocolate. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have to eat chocolate, and I'll share with you in spirit. Okay, you can look at my chocolate and imagine it's in your mouth, something like that. Let me grab a couple of my buttons there. Okay, it's my daily appearance of my chocolate buttons. And you can check the well-being of my chocolate buttons, okay? Just make sure they're nice and well. There's no sort of chocolate abuse going on there. They're doing quite well, okay? And here we go. There's still a few left, So there you go. Oh, these are not that big. This is quite small comparing to the other ones. So there's some smaller buttons there. So cheers, everyone. And, you know, chocolate for me and maybe no chocolate for you. Oh, there you go. It's just life. Some people have chocolate, some don't, okay? Here we go. Betty doesn't eat chocolate. Oh my God, alien. Betty, we need to talk. How can you not want to eat chocolate? And let me bring this up here. Very nice. Have I missed? Oh dear. And everybody loves chocolate. Maybe not everybody. 90 says I don't eat avocado. I don't like the taste or texture. Highly allergic to onions. Wow. All my favorite foods. Susan is having a chocolate biscuit. There you go. But I think a lot of chocolate, just, they don't have enough chocolate in it. So essentially you're eating a lot of sugar and whatever else there. But if you go for dark chocolate, oh my goodness. And cacao is really good for you as well. It's got a lot of stuff going on there. One more here. Nice. Rochelle says, I love stitching this 18 count piece. It's so effortless and fun. I'll continue the 25 traveling library, but it's not as fun for me. Yeah, that's good that you know what you like. Because sometimes with stitches, I've made that mistakes as well. I just feel like I need to kind of move up, quote unquote, move up and do something that's more challenging, you know, rather than thinking what I sort of enjoy most. But I suppose you probably need to try a few things before you figure out what your favorite specs are, favorite fabric counts, that kind of stuff. But yeah, if your favorite is 18, then it's perfectly good. There's no need to do 25 or anything. Betty says my dad liked chocolate gravy. Yeah, I'm kind of aware it's a thing. Chocolate gravy, so it's just regular gravy with chocolate in it. I remember it was a long time ago. I went to this restaurant with friends. At that time, we just kind of, exploring different cuisine and stuff. We went for a chocolate course. If you can possibly sound more pompous than that, chocolate course, my dear, and just 3-course meal, 3-course, maybe 4. I can't remember how many, but it was just a full course meals, just incorporating chocolate, and it's just like every single thing has got some chocolate in it, and it was all right. Nothing to shout about. It was okay. I don't think it's hard to incorporate chocolate into savory foods. I don't think it's that controversial. Because it's just, if you strip the sugar element of it, which is not part of chocolate, it's just the cacao, flavor. It's a little bit bitter, and Yeah, it's grown ups flavor. Pascal says, Yogi, you're almost by yourself. Everyone is an alien. I know, Pascal. What do I do? How about you then? Are you one of me? One of my on my end, or are you one of them as well? So everybody's in a sort of alien club. I don't know what to do. I'm on my own here, eating chocolate. You know, the giant button chocolate. I do have another bag, so I'm safe. Rochelle says I might try 20 and 22 counts for small Christmas piece. Yeah. I think you need to try it in order to know that you don't like something. Or maybe you love it. Who knows? But you do, you know, it's good to try. Chloe C says in the UK, Cadbury Dairy Milk is apparently no longer classed as chocolate bar as the cacao content is so low. Exactly. I think the European market, they want to ban those type of chocolates like Mars bars and stuff like that to be categorized as chocolate because there's just very little chocolate in it. Absolutely. So they're just sweet treats if you like them, but if you want to eat chocolate, have, you know, at least 70% or something like that. And taste totally different. And those are real dark chocolates. They is dairy free, majority of them, because there's no need. You know, chocolate really is just cacao powder, cacao butter, and that's it. You can add some sugar, but there's no need for dairy. There's a different kind of thing. There, 797. Andrea, hello. Andrea says, my favorite count is 18, but I stitch a lot of supersized height and the fabric isn't big enough. Yes, so I had to go 25 count. It's a little bit tricky, but it's still possible. It's like Susan is stitching traveling library on 16 counts. And I think, yes, the fabric's big and probably harder to source, harder to find as well. But otherwise, yes. So finding the fabric is an issue. Kristen, stop spreading the rumor here. Kristen says maybe that means the yogi is an alien, not us. Oh no, Kristen. Yeah, yogi is totally normal. A normal human being here, you know, with 2 legs and little hands, but with hands. And, you know, I occasionally use power tools to make things, but other than that, I'm totally normal. Okay, Kristen? Is you, that is the alien. Yes, no alien, one whip. One whip is, yeah, it just sounds like how? Unless you just started yesterday stitching. Otherwise, how do you end up with just one web? That's just not normal. You've got to do something about it. 820. 820. Oh dear. I'm just surrounded by aliens. What do I do? Oh, this blue is so pretty. It's a royal blue. This one, really, really pretty. Rochelle says, I'm still here, Yogi. No alien club for me, not yet. Be mindful, Rochelle. Not yet. And Nikki says, I like and have all sorts of fabric counts, but I found my sweet spot for full coverage and enjoy the other for non-full coverage stitching. So remind me again, Nikki, is your sweet spot 32? Because you kind of move from 25 to 32, you know, freely. I know you like your 32 counts. But the issue I have with 32 counts is you're pretty much restricted with 10 stitches. I like to have choices, but still I might give 32 a go. I don't know. I've got to try it so I know whether I like it or not, right? So until I do, I don't know. Rochelle says, I used to be able to eat 75 to 80% dark chocolate, but lately it's giving me stomach ache. I had to switch to milk chocolate. Oh, no, I think just Rochelle's excuses not to eat dark chocolate. No, I think my sweet spot for dark chocolate is around up to 85%. You know, some people can eat 90% or 100% even. 100% dark chocolate literally has no sugar in it. I do have it, but I use it for making things. Like if I make chocolate, hot chocolate, if I use chocolate instead of cacao powder, I would use sort of 100% dark chocolate because it's pure chocolate, right? But to eat, that's too bitter for me. So up to about 85. I can do, but I wouldn't go below 70 because the lower the chocolate content is, the more other things they have to add in it, and a lot of times is a lot of sugar. I don't know how that works, or they have dairy or whatever it is. And below, I think below 70. It stops tasting like chocolate to me. It just doesn't taste like chocolate. It's just all sugar. Poor me. Kristen says, maybe Yogi doesn't like us talking about seafood because she's part of turtle. That's a new one, Kristen. I've been accused of many things, but turtle is the first one. Well, I cannot prove or disapprove it. How do I disapprove that I'm actually not a turtle? I don't know. You know, innocent till proven guilty. I'm not a turtle until I'm proven one, okay? And I can see where your mind going, Kristen, because I did make a leeway. You know, even though this group is, you know, we have calamari ban, okay, we have the emoji for it, but I actually make you know, give the turtle and tortoise some leeway and allow them not to be part of the seafood category. So you are technically allowed to stitch a turtle. Maybe that's why Kristen thinking, well, that's suspicious. Why would Yogi just give special permission to allow turtle and tortoise to be stitched? Maybe that's because she's one of them. Dun dun dun. Okay, yes, that's I can see where, you know, how you can think that, but I'll need to prove my innocence to you. Okay, Kristen, I'm really not a turtle, okay? Yes, I don't know how turtles behave. Maybe I'm very slow, okay? I admit that. But I am no turtle. Please believe me. Pascal saying, Yogi, and your reverse stitching. It's not alien. Reverse stitching is very human. You just do it backwards. Just like, you just do it backwards. That's very easy. That's totally normal. What are you talking about, Pascal? Oh, someone's sending heart. I can see it. And Nati says, Yogi, here, lately you have been doing more than 200 stitches in your life and semi-cross country. If you're not careful, you're going to send yourself to Alien Club. I know yesterday, I had cold sweat yesterday when the number was revealed. I don't know whether you were here, Natty. It was like over 500. I was like, what is happening to me? I don't want to be one of them. But I think I'm still safe. 500 over 4 hours and with a lot of 310 stitching. Okay, so I have excuses. I'm still, safe within the human zone. But I have to be mindful. You're right, Natty. I don't want to send myself over to Sarah's clubs. I like a bit of milk and biscuits, but not that much, Oh, I don't want to hang out with, freaky gritless, no grit stitchers. Oh dear. And it's a good job. Sarah, was Sarah there yesterday? Oh, thank God. Maybe she wasn't there. Yes, Sarah was going somewhere yesterday, traveling to see her grandchildren or something. Oh, thank God. Otherwise, she probably would have sent me straight to the Alien Club, at least in the waiting room. Okay, just make sure that I'm not an alien. Quarantine. Betty says, so you can carry your house on your back. Yes. Oh, no, Betty, no. No, only turtles do that, okay? I'm not a turtle, okay? So. And then I like the fact that Kristen says she's part turtle, not entirely turtle, like 50% turtle. The half human turtle lady. So am I the companion piece along with calamari lady, like a squid lady? And Nikki, would you like to stitch me like a turtle lady as a companion piece to your squid lady piece? I know, Natty, it was 500 stitches. I was so shocked when I saw that. I was just, what's happening? Have I fallen into that alternate, dimension there, wherever time slows down and people just stitch away? Oh dear, I got to watch myself. I don't want to be one of them. My squirrels are going to judge me. My squirrels are going to go, what? You did what? You did what yesterday? 500? 500 stitches. And the squirrels are going to go, you've changed. I thought I knew you. Who are you? Just give me some more nuts, okay? Andrea says, I'm frustrated as I can't stitch anymore. I got tendonitis in my fingers. Oh dear. I'm wearing finger braces. That's not good. You need to watch out for your the way you stitch and the posture. If you start to feel like a repetitive injury coming up, then yeah, you need to review how, whether you can make adjustments. Oh, that's no fun. That's no fun. And if you're frustrated with you can't stitch anymore, take a break and play Guess My Stitches with me, okay? As I'm going to pick my final color today. As we've got about 16 minutes to midnight before I turn into a turtle. No, not a turtle, a pumpkin, okay? And I'm gonna pick my final color here. So I'm still stitching, okay? But you can kind of generally, start to review the current situation, okay? Today I'm kind of around this area here, just to give you some idea there, okay? And majority of the 310 stitches and blue stitches, they're new. And I am going to pick my final color here. All right. And you need to add those stitches to your count as well, because every stitch counts. And I think I'm going to stick with this beautiful A20 and do a few more here as a beautiful finish. This color is beautiful. So I'm going to take one more strand here, and this will be my final color of today's stream. All right, here we go. And here we go here. And I'm still stitching. So add these final ones. I'm going to do about maybe less than 10, okay? But they count. They're beautiful here. All right. And also to remind you, we now have the channel membership, okay? If you like what I'm doing and like to support Turtle, no, not Turtle, I'm just Yogi, okay? Would like to support Yogi on this journey of stitching with you, and come join the club, okay? And we're probably going to have some sort of member only. I have a few ideas. Maybe there's some sort of game sessions we can do with trivial stitching trivial that we can do with members. Just have some fun, stuff like that. So I'm coming up with ideas. So come join me. And of course, you don't have to join a club. If you choose not to, you can just come to see Yogi regular basis and support and watch the replay, okay? Do your homework. And let me just do these final ones here. I think I've got 1, 2. And in the meanwhile, why don't I bring on our super duper Guess My Stitches? Guys, if you're new to the channel, if you just literally just found the channel like randomly and through the algorithm, we play this game called Guess My Stitches, and look at my beautiful Guess My Stitches machine here. This is state-of-the-art technology here. SpaceX technology I built in my basement there with sweat and tears just for your pleasure, okay? And I am going to do 2 more stitches. All right. And until I reveal my number here, you still have time to come forward. So just come forward and pull a number out. You might be the winner tonight. Who knows? Every night we have different new winners, okay? And your guess is just as good as mine. I have no idea. So if I had to play this game myself, I'll probably lose every night. But instead, I win every night because I'm the person stitching it. I'm the yogi. Okay, there's only one yogi here. 120, A20, A20. Here we go. Lovely, everyone. So I'm going to give you a very quick recap, okay, while you're coming forward with your number there. And if you need to unlurk yourself, do so, okay? You're safe. You can lurk, go back and lurk one more time. No judgment from me. I'm not a squirrel, nor a turtle. So here we go. So today, I mostly work on this area. And let me just switch the view over just very quickly so you know what I'm talking about here, okay? So I am here today. Oops. And oh, my chart has just escaped. So I'm here. And let me flip over just to show you where I am. This beautiful shop here. Oh, I just marked 2 stitches accidentally. So this is where I am. I'm stitching a shop front here with a lot of blue stitches and canopy. It's absolutely adorable. Okay, so this is where I am. And I've come this far. So some 310, some blue stitches, really, really pretty. And I will keep going. This is such a sweet and whimsical piece here. And this is by John O'Brien. 14 counts, 1/1, full cross. All right, so here we go. Let's have a look. What numbers have we got today with your submission? And so here we go. The first number is coming from Natty 238, Susan 402, Pascal 420, Andrea 320, Tracy, since stitching with the needle floss board, now I'm stitching about 400. So, so Tracy is now coming forward with a number. She's talking about the completed stitches. Well done, Tracy. And Chloe 399. And Tracy, okay, Tracy's got a number 251. Oh, very specific. And Nikki 365. Captain Squirrel 267. And Roxy Wild 299. Rochelle 307. Betty 312. Michelle Fuller 252. Kristen S 283. Jamie 362. Rachel Morton 348. Guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Let me show you my view here, okay? As you know, other things might lie, okay? But apps don't lie. All right? And are you ready for the big reveal? 3, 2, Wu-Jai breath, and 1. You go 3, 2, 1. Not too shabby, is it? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1 is 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let me stop the sprint here. So it's officially 3, 2, 1. It's over 300 is wonderful. So who is the closest? Anyone that's around 300-ish is very close to winning. So we've got Nikki. Let me just bring it back here. Nikki 365. Oh, Rochelle 307. Maybe a little bit closer than Nikki. 312. Betty. Is it Betty? 321. 312. Anyone closer? I think it's Betty. Andrea? Andrea where? Andrea, oh, 321. What? Andrea, you're an alien. We rarely get spot on numbers. Round of applause for Andrea. It's got to be you tonight. We rarely get precisely, spot on numbers. Sometimes, most of the times, like one stitch, few stitches away. Andrea, you're a star tonight. Yes, super winner today. And Andrea, you probably haven't won before. Oh, you're in for a treat, okay? You're getting all the celebration and respect from everyone here and beyond the stitching world. And from another dimension as well, everyone from the Alien Club, they're rejoicing, and a round of applause for you. And of course, you get to enjoy the delicious buffet, okay? Full of avocados and broccolis. and cilantro, coriander, and some Turkish delight, okay? All the delicious food. Slightly controversial, but we have delicious food here from Susan. And from Captain Squirrel here, oh, very, very healthy. I love the selection. Mango, it's got mango. And Nikki is bringing on a lot of delicious treats as well, and Chloe as well. Oh, Andrea, this is your night. So enjoy it, okay? And And from here, we are literally 7 minutes to midnight. And Yogi is going to sign out before Yogi turn into a pumpkin or other suspicious creatures. And tomorrow we're going to come back and do it again, okay? And tomorrow, as usual, stitch whatever you want night. So come forward, bring your favorite project and join me tomorrow. And thank you, everyone. This is great fun. And night night, everyone. Nighty night. Give me some night night emoji there, members. And I'll see you tomorrow. Nighty night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. And Yogi is going to bed as well. Good night.